Hello and welcome to Conversations. This is a series of interviews that we record on site in person. And this time we are coming from Miami, where we are at the TIACA Air Cargo Forum at the Miami Beach Convention Center. With me in conversation today is Adrien Thominet. Adrien is the chairman of ECS Group. Adrien, as always, a great pleasure to have you for this conversation.
Likewise, Reji. Thank you.
Adrien, give us some insights into the strategic restructuring you made in the GSA model for ECS Group quite recently, and you have a new CEO.
Yeah, I'm very happy first to have a new CEO, and well, this is part of our permanent, rethinking how we need to renew ourselves, how we need to rebuild our activity, the GSA activity. So it was absolutely logical and obvious that we need also new blood. And Jean, by the way, is not new in the company. Jean is working for us since 25 years. He was driving the leading company subsidiary in the group. So definitely it was a logical choice, and for me it was absolutely also very good to show to the industry our capacity to transform our activity, our message, and then the sales dynamics.
Adrien, what do you think are some of the biggest trends or themes that are changing the GSA or GSSA model today?
For the airlines, the question is also to be sure that they are paying the right price for the services we are providing, as well as our capacity to permanently give them the best results with the best outcome, with the best organization. And this is where Jean is having a very interesting challenge and where he will bring us solution, which is to maybe rethink the sales dynamics, the services we can provide, the new technology as well that we can bring to our industry and to our services. So this is really the capacity to do better, let's say in a very maybe stagnant market, but then still to do better with new tools we can bring as a service.
What is the sense that you make of the current air freight market, and how significant ECS Group companies are making changes to adapt themselves into a market imbalance of demand and supply? It's been a while it's going on.
Yeah, clear. Well, the idea is really to say, well, in case of a market could be, let's say, imbalance, like you say, is how you can, of course, optimize the opportunities where the market is good, and on the other hand, when the market could be stagnant or depressing, how can we ensure we would provide the best solutions and the best revenue to the airlines? And this is where the transformation today of the group is coming with. We are trying to combining all the digital solutions we have been creating, launching to the classic GSA, I would say DNA. Mixing the two will help us to optimize the revenues. And one interesting ratio that we have, on certain markets, taking USA, we are carrying the same volumes last year, this year, but with 20% more profitability compared to last year for the same volume, in a market where the yields are exactly the same. So we have been able to create profitability thanks to this kind of innovative tools that we are combining with the classic GSA DNA.
ECS Group has been growing through acquisitions in the past, and it looks like it continues. Going forward, what are the markets, regions that you are looking forward to make your entry?
Well, in regards of the situation, Asia is definitely, of course, of interest for us to reinforce. We already have a setup there, but we will continue to look on the opportunities. I think South America, Central America are very well covered. Europe is well covered. The key point is, well, again, Asia and Africa. We will continue to explore the opportunities in Africa. We are the only GSA being established today in 2 countries in Africa, and we will continue to look for those opportunities.
You know, Adrien, I think this is one question that I have asked you every time we do an interview. Is the GSSA business innovating enough? And do you think ECS Group is playing a lead role in setting certain benchmark in the global GSSA segment?
We never invent in us. Every day there is a new opportunity to reinvent our business because there are more and more services to offer, more solutions to provide. So I do believe that we need to keep permanently this capacity to reinvent ourselves. I think ECS is one of the leading in this kind of transformation and this capacity to renew, to rethink. So yes, I think that we are quite leader in this aspect, but we will not stop anyway where we are today. We'll continue to develop new solutions.
Adrien, this is the last question and there is no question. Suppose now you want to say something which probably you expected the journalist to ask, and that person has not asked? And if there is something that you want to talk about the air freight industry and GSA model, what would that be?
I would say, how do we see our industry and especially the GSA business in the next 5 years? Do we believe that it will sustain like this, remain like this? Or do we believe that there is really a capacity to change our industry? There are new players. You have sea freight players that became airlines. You have new kind of customers, e-commerce customers. So I do believe that maybe the question could be, what could be the GSA of tomorrow within this new industry, within this new environment?
You gave me that question. Now you need to answer that.
I was expecting your help on the answer. I do believe that indeed there would be a new kind of a GSA that needs to be created. That will be a combo of digital solutions, operational expertise, self-services, dynamics, young generation, sustainability aspects, all the variety, capacity to bring abilities, new solutions, extra services, all this kind of combination of solutions, a kind of holistic capacity of providing services to an airline. And then maybe the name would not be a GSA anymore, but something else. But this one, I don't have the answer.
Thanks, Adrien. That was a really nice response and very creative response to something probably that you would have asked, expected a journalist to ask. Great having this conversation with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Reji. Thank you.